thank you for joining us this morning. Mrs. Smith, can you just tell us what you teach?
Hi, I teach sixth grade science.
Thanks.
Um,
And you're
Go
going to
ahead.
take us through a science lesson today.
Yeah. So each week we post twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. So for Monday, we're posting work for Monday's work, Tuesday's work, and then Wednesday for the rest of the week.
Okay.
I'm going to show you what a typical task sheet looks like. And when we were thinking about how to do this, hold on. There we go. We thought of a task sheet like this from a PBL class we took with Nancy Sula, and we thought it looked nice and clear with an introduction and then some tasks that the students are required to do.
Okay. So I see that you have spread your tasks over, it looks like 2 days, right?
Yeah, so for this task sheet, it is a spread of 2 days and some assignments that the kids can do over the 2 days. And we did kind of allow them to work at their own pace. And we're seeing that kids are able to do that.
Okay, and then at the end of this, I see that on the side it says required. There are 4 things that are required for kids, 4 tasks. And then there's this optional piece. What is the optional piece for?
So the optional we decided to add on because some kids work at different paces, and if some are done, then they can choose to do the optional or challenge type questions. And we just felt this gave some flexibility for kids who needed some additional work.
So I see that you have a lot of different methods on how you're teaching kids there. Can you just tell us what some of those methods are?
So sometimes we record lessons that we're teaching and present them on here. This time we have a video that we're presenting them with and some slides, and then an assessment with a Google form. It's just a check-in to see if they're understanding what they watched and what they looked at with the lesson, with the slides. And then we added an optional in task 3. So they can choose mild, spicy, or hot if it gets a little easier to do, and then more challenging or more, in this case, they would have to do more at home to build or to do this activity, this little sort of lab that they get to choose from. And then they're going to present it on something called a Flipgrid, which it takes short little videos of the kids doing the activity, and then they have to explain what they did and what it means based on the topic. So it's another way that we can assess that they're understanding what we've been doing. And I'm also able to see what they're doing. It's nice to see them. And the other students can also access these videos of other kids. Mm-hmm. So it's nice that they get to review the material and see their friends and classmates at the same time.
Nice. So how have you checked for understanding that students are actually understanding this material as we move forward?
A couple of ways with those Flipgrids and Google Forms as well. We also have been using IXL. We do have access to a science IXL, and these Quizlets that you can see is a way that we can check in to see how they're doing. I've also assigned some Newsela, which are reading-based quizzes, so we could see how they're doing reading in the content area also.
What are you finding are the challenges with this e-learning environment?
So we're definitely finding, obviously, technology issues are the biggest problem and challenge we're having. Wi-Fi issues for me or for other students. We've been doing check-ins twice a week, which usually is a Google Meet, where the students are logging in to meet with me, which is great because I can help them. They have questions live, but sometimes there's, it's slow internet or people getting disconnected. So that's been the biggest.
Just one last word. What do you want to tell your students?
I want to tell them that we miss them, and I would rather be in school with them, teaching them, but they're doing really well. And I know this is hard for all the kids and parents, so we really do appreciate all the hard work everybody's putting in.
And thank you. And we appreciate everything that you and our sixth grade team members are doing as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith.